Police say they've arrested 3 people in connection with the death of the Asante-Hene's Asampong-Hene. The body of 46-year-old Nana Kojo Afodro was found in the backseat of his Toyota Land Cruiser vehicle at a boom on the Edra and Kranza Highway last night with multiple stab wounds. And now Mano Heming-Terry has been on this, and he's been speaking to the police PR about this matter. The police say they suspect that this was contract killing. We'll be bringing you more even as we understand the role of the Asampong-Hene at the Menchia Palace. That's the palace of the Asante-Hene Otumfuo. We understand that his role is mainly to lead the chief in case of war. So he is what you may want to call a warrior chief. We understand that this happened on his way back from a convention. We'll be getting more details even as we try to reach my colleague, Ohiming Teria, who has visited the Edra police station where the Land Cruiser is currently stationed, and also the scene of the incident. We're trying to reach our man on the ground, Ohiming Teria, to bring you more on this, and when we're able to establish a good line with him, we would bring you the details. Ohiming Teria is currently at Edra where the incident occurred. He joins us via phone and he's engaged in an eyewitness. Hello, Ohiming.
Hello.
Tell us what you've been able to gather on the ground.
Benis, we have been gathering a lot of information. We've been to the first spot where the chief was allegedly attacked, and at that spot you could see marks of struggle. The vehicle ran into a rock, and then the vehicle moved to about 300 meters in between Ebuom and Adiembra until it got to its final destination. And at this particular scene, I can see 2 rocks that have been shifted, moved from its original position, and you can see that indeed there has been struggle and there has been an accident at this particular spot. And we are also lucky to meet one of the first people who stands on the accident vehicle. I'm talking about the vehicle of the late Nana Asampong when they first saw the vehicle on fire, and then they tried to douse off the fire. Let me speak to him. For the sake of this conversation, he is Bismarck. So, Bismarck, tell me, you were first to come to this particular scene. What did you see?
Thank you. Actually, as you said, we were coming from a convention, and then this vehicle on fire. It was dark in color. So we stopped. Other drivers stopped. So we went to the front door and realized that nobody was in there. So we kept quenching the fire, made sure that it was totally quiet. So one of us opened the back door, and then we saw that somebody was in the vehicle. Whoa!
Apologies, we are having issues with the line there. Ohiming, if you can hear me, I'll be very grateful if you can reposition so that we can get a more stable line and get back to you. But you just heard there my colleague Ohiming Teria engaging someone who says he witnessed the incident firsthand, and he was just telling us what he witnessed, and unfortunately the line went bad there. But we'll be trying to establish a good line and bring you more on this, even as we understand that the police has picked up 3 persons in connection with the alleged murder of Otumfuo's Asampong-Hene. The police believe that this was contract killing. We'll be following closely and bring you more. But let's go back to the story on the alleged murder of the Otumfuo's Asampong-Hene. Ohiming Teria joins us again via phone. Hopefully he'll be able to hear us clearly now. Hello, Ohiming.
Hello, Benny.
Yes, apologies for the bad line there. So we were listening to that eyewitness who was sharing with us exactly what they did once they realized there was somebody in the car.
Yes, I still have Bismarck Ajman to share his experience with us on JoyNews today. So you were telling me that you first rushed to the police with the phone that you take from the scene. And what happened? Yes, I picked the phone after we quenched the fire with our fire extinguisher. So I sent the phone to the police, who said they will call those who have this place under their jurisdiction to come and help. Yes. So when I got back, a lot of people had gotten to the scene. And actually, the police commander of Echiman was also around. So they called the police at Ejura. So let's look at this scenario. Yeah. First, you came in to quench the fire because you thought that was an accident. You came and you realized that there was a body in the vehicle. How did you react to this? Actually, I was seriously dumbfounded because the fire was burning just where the driver's seat is, where the seat is. I mean, the driver's seat is. So when we finished quenching the fire, we tried to open the other, thinking people might be in because the glass are tinted. So when we opened, the way the body was, we realized that this might not be the cause of the fire. So we were so much surprised, and that was what made me go to the police to report. Yeah. Actually, where the fire was, we thought the driver was there, but we got there, no person was on the driver's seat. It is the first time that you are recording a special incident on this Ejura and Kranza Sekiman stretch. Actually, this is not the first time. This is not the first time. This has been happening. Sometimes masked men go in people's houses wanting to kill them if they are present. Robbers have been robbing us during broad daylight, and in the night is worse. So we are just pleading with the acting IGP to beef up security from Nkranza, Ejura, Atebubu, Kwame Danso, Yeji. Please and please help us. Things are getting out of hand here. Security is so much porous. How much in terms of security do you need here? We wish we get some patrolling vehicles to patrol the road for us from Nkranza through to Atebubu, Kwame Danso, Yeji. So if you get a lot of patrol cars, I think they will be scared and they'll leave us in peace. So, Dennis, this is Mr. Bismarck Agyeman, an eyewitness who first stands on the accused vehicle. At that time, it was on fire. So, with the support of other motorists, he brought some fire extinguishers to quench the fire. And he has been giving us a vivid account of what actually transpired and what actually he saw here at the scene. This is a spot in between a home and Abiabra on the main Ejura and Kranza road.
All right, Ohiming, do we know where the Asamponghene was coming from and where he was headed?
From the narration from the eyewitnesses, the first eyewitness I spoke to is actually a farmer who was on the farm. He said the vehicle was coming from the Ejura direction towards Nkranza, and this is the same, account has been corroborated by Mr. Bismarck Agyeman, who also saw the vehicle here. So the vehicle was actually coming from Ejura direction towards Nkranza on the main road. It is just by the roadside, and this is not something that was hiding or it's been hiding. It's just by the roadside, and passes, people who were passing by, motorists, and all other road users actually saw what transpired. So the first farmer who first witnessed the incident had to rush to the scene when he saw that it was the vehicle nearly assaulted and involved in an accident.
All right, Ohiming, the eyewitness you just spoke to tells us that this is not the first time they have a general security problem in the area. But earlier, before you moved into the area, you spoke to the Ashanti Region Police PRO, and he says, speaking on behalf of the police, suspect that this was contract killing. Does the police give any reason why they suspect this was contract killing?
For the police, they are not forthcoming with information. They are, taking into consideration the fact that this is not just an ordinary person, and not any other person than Asantehene Asamponghene. So they suspect that, yes, this is contract killing, especially evidence that is taken from the scene. For instance, when you look at the driver's side of the vehicle, you could see a gallon, and police believe that that particular gallon contains petrol that is being used to flame up, the fire in the vehicle. And then they are also talking about the fact that some few people who saw what actually happened are giving information to the police that this is not an accident, but purely a planned, activity by a criminal who wanted to outwit police and law enforcement agencies. So for police, they believe that this is a contract killing, but they are not prepared to give us information. When I spoke to ASU Gordon Ahianyo, he said they are picking bits and pieces together, and at the right time, they will brief the media on this. Apart from the information that he said, this is a suspected contract killing, and they will go all out to pursue the killers, and in no time, they have picked up a suspect. And as at the time we were coming on there, I took information that 2 more people have also been picked up, bringing the number to 3, the number of people who have been arrested in connection with the murder of Otumfuo's Asampongene.
All right, finally, before you go, I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, this is the Otumfuo's Asampongene. Run us through the processes that will have to happen at Mainshia before we hear from the Asantehene or any of his representatives.
Yes, first, there's a right and the channel of communication that has, all those who need to inform the Asantehene will have to go through. For instance, even before the Asampongene ascending this particular stool, he was considered, Ohineba. Ohineba means, the son of the king. So it means that he's already, somebody who was destined, to occupy this particular position. And beyond it, the chief palace, there are divisional heads. So the divisional head, the family will have to first inform the divisional head, and upon receipt, of the information, it will not come just in the form of information, but they will come with some drinks, schnapps, and then traditional drinks to be sent to the divisional head, who in the local parlance is called Fekutre. And the Fekutre will have to also send information to the chief palace. And that particular information probably will have to take more than 2 or 3 days, because you can't just walk into the chief palace to inform him of the fallen hero, not any other person than the Asampongene. So this will take about 3 days before they will have the opportunity to speak to or to send this particular information to the king that indeed the Asampongene has fallen. And so we are not talking about just something happening within 24 hours. So the king may have heard it on radio, on television, or read it somewhere, but traditionally, it needs to be informed through the traditional way.
Thank you very much, Ohiming. We'll leave it here for now, but that's Love News' Ohiming Teria bringing us reports on the Edra Nkranza Highway, where the Asampongene met his untimely death. We'll be bringing you more on this in subsequent bulletins. You're watching News Desk. Coming up shortly in business, validation of depositors' claims for financial institutions affected by the later shutdown by the Bank of Ghana begins this morning.